The question is from Bhupendra. Swamiji, our Vedic philosophy often equates the dream state with the wakeful state, suggesting both the transient and illusory manifestations of Maya. However, I find this comparison inadequate for the following reasons. Dreams are typically brief, disjointed events, often influenced by our mental state or experiences from the wakeful period. They lack continuity and are often forgotten upon waking. In dreams, we usually observe rather than interact with the minimal control over our actions. On the other hand, the wakeful state is marked by continuity, where past experiences shape future actions. Our memories and actions in the wakeful state are interconnected, forming a coherent narrative over time. In this state, we actively engage with the world, fulfilling responsibilities and building relationships. Given these differences, it seems unfair to place the dream state on the same level as the wakeful state. The deep sleep state, characterized by a lack of dreams, is governed by our body's intricate biological and neurological systems. Modern science offers detailed explanation of these states, suggesting that our understanding of consciousness in Vedic philosophy could benefit from incorporating current scientific knowledge. I would appreciate your thoughts on this subject.
So what he is talking about is related to Advaita Vedanta, to the Mandukya Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, where upon one interpretation, not all, upon one interpretation which is called Drishti Shrishti Vada, the waking is no more real than the dream. There is one limitless consciousness and to which appearances appear. Some of those appearances we categorize as dreams, some as waking, but they're all appearances. From the perspective of consciousness, they're all appearances. So waking and dream are not fundamentally different. It's not that waking is real and dreams are not real. Our common sense approach is the waking is real and the dreams are not real. Now, before I dive into this, whatever the gentleman has written, let me point out there are other interpretations. If you are more comfortable, as most of us actually are, that the waking is real, dreams are just dreams. If you want to take that approach, there's a waking state, there's a separate dream state, and there's a deep sleep state. From that perspective also, Advaita Vedanta can be and has been taught. That is called Srishti Drishti Vada. Creation and then experience. Creation and seeing. Whereas the opposite, Drishti Srishti Vada, seeing is creation. Like dreams. Remember, in the dreams, when we wake up, we realize whatever we saw, whoever we saw in the dreams, they were there as long as we were dreaming. It's not that they're there somewhere which we are not seeing right now. They're not there anymore. And the suggestion is, the claim is, that that's also true of the waking world. It's only part of our experience. Other than our experience, there's no such world. Now, immediately objections will come, because our common sense view is that waking world is real and the dream is not real. And no matter how much Advaita we study, until one reaches some level of realization, one will continue to behave. Even if I give all sorts of arguments for equating dreaming and waking, I'll still continue to behave as this waking world is real. I will not treat this waking world as a dream. But let us now look at the arguments. One argument is, just to read out from the second paragraph onwards.
Dreams are typically brief, disjointed events, often influenced by our mental state or experiences from the wakeful period. They lack continuity and are often forgotten upon waking.
Okay. So dreams, here's the difference, he says. There's a clear difference between waking and dreaming. Dreams lack continuity. One dream doesn't seem to have much connection with the next dream. You dream you're eating pizza and you put it in the refrigerator and you think, when I come back into the dream, I'll eat it again. It won't be there. Neither the pizza nor the refrigerator will be there. You won't even remember it in the next dream. So there's no continuity. Whereas the waking world is continuous. You wake up in the same bed every day. You go to the same job. You meet the same people every day. You have a clear memory of your earlier days And so you have a coherent narrative. So clearly the waking world seems to have is real and the dream world is just a dream. Yes? No. Take a closer look. It can get pretty creepy fast. Take a closer look. In the dream world itself, it's only after we wake up we say it's all disjointed. It's just a dream. It's just vague. In the dream world itself, does anybody feel in general when you're dreaming? You don't know you're dreaming, you're in the dream, of course. Do you feel, oh, this is all disjointed and not continuous? There's no coherent narrative here. It must be a dream. No, we don't. We don't. It feels just like a waking world. It's only after waking up in comparison to your waking experience that feels vague and disjointed. But in the experience, it feels pretty much like this. We are not filled with doubt. How disjointed? There's no narrative here. What happened? Oh, this must be a dream. Continuity. So the core argument is continuity equals reality. No, it doesn't. Let me show you. This is again something I got from a Tibetan Lama. He says that imagine a person who has the same dream every night. Sees the same people, goes to the same place. Suppose a dream is repeated. It's quite possible a dream may be repeated. Has the same dream. At the same time, in his waking world, he is affected by Alzheimer's and is losing his memory. Everything is disjointed. So his waking world is disjointed. He doesn't remember most of what happened yesterday. Long-term memory is there, but as it happens in advanced old age, short-term memory just disappears. Just don't remember what's going on. I'm here, but what's this? Who are these people? I don't even remember the people. Disjointed, discontinuous. And the waking and the dream world is continuous, having the same dream every night. Now will you say the dreams are real and the waking is a dream now? Will you say that the dreams have become reality? The dreams are the real waking and the waking is the real dream now? You will not say that. You will say in the waking he has got Alzheimer's, in the dream he is getting a repetitive dream. You will still say dream is dream, it's still a dream, and waking is waking. Waking is real and dream is false. You will still say that. Continuity is not an argument for reality. I have said two things. One, in dreams we do not feel the lack of continuity. It feels quite continuous to us. It feels quite logical to us. Only after waking up we feel the discontinuity. That's one argument. Second is, if you reverse it, if you establish a continuity in the dream and if you establish discontinuity in the waking, which happens, will you say that then the waking world has become unreal? Will you say that the dream world has now become real? No. Continuity is not an argument. See, this claim that dream and waking are on the same level is made most famously in Gaudapada's Karika, Mandukya Karika. And there he faces these arguments, the same argument. There are many more arguments. I've catalogued 10 arguments against equating dream with waking. It's all from Gaudapada. Yeah. It's Shankaracharya's Guru's Guru. So 10 arguments against equating dream and waking. That waking is real, dream is just dream. To show that 10 arguments, and all 10 arguments are cut down. Swami Nikhilanandaji, in his 4-volume work on the Upanishads, in the volume which contains the Mandukya Upanishad with Mandukya Karika, in that volume there's an appendix on dreaming and waking. And he shows that the arguments which say that waking is real and dreams are false, those arguments don't hold water. 10 arguments he has taken up and he has cut them down. But he has just taken from Gaudapada what Gaudapada says. For example, one argument was given by this gentleman, continuity. I can give you a few more. You can try your Vedanta against those arguments. Vedanta says dreams and waking are equally real or equally false. One argument is, no, that's not true. Waking is public. Here we are all agreed that we are all sitting together here in this hall and listening to the Swami. We can all agree on where this is Vedanta Society of New York, and we agree that these people are around us. It's a common shared reality. But our dreams are not shared reality. Everyone has separate dreams. So waking is a shared reality. Dreams are private, internal. separate for each one of us. So they are our dreams. What's the argument? Dreams not being shared, not being public, they must be our personal imaginations. But waking reality is really real because it's all shared. Same argument Gaudapada will use. It will fall flat, this argument. Why? In your dream, when you are in the dream, you don't know you're dreaming, and within the dream, do you feel it's not a shared reality? Suppose you are having a cup of tea with your friend. Please have some tea, you say to your friend. And your friend will say, I can't see the cup. It's your dream, you see. I can't see it's in your dream. The cup is not shared with me. It's not a publicly shared reality. You never feel that. Everybody in the dream shares the same reality. Nowadays we understand it far better. We have virtual spaces. In virtual spaces, everybody in that virtual space shares the same reality. People outside the virtual space will not understand what's going on. So, shared reality, a public reality is no argument that the thing can be real. It could be false, it could be a dream. And Gaudapada says, yes, it is a shared reality, but a dream is a dream and a waking is also a dream. What else? Look, dreams are, this is another argument. Dreams are vague, smoky. Waking reality is industrial grade reality. See, it's so solid here. You see?
Fantastic.
Samuel Johnson famously used this argument against Bishop Berkeley. When somebody said, Bishop Berkeley, talking about subjective idealism, that the whole world is in our minds. There's nothing outside. It's said that Samuel Johnson kicked a rock. I refute it thus. He kicked, see, it's a solid rock, I'm kicking it. But then the answer is the same. In the dream also you could kick the rock and you could feel very solid. Do we say in the dream, it's rather smoky and vague in here, it must be a dream? No. Sometimes dreams can be very terrifying. It can be so real. We all have the dream of running to catch a train or something like that. So born of tensions or things taken from the waking world. But it feels very real. That's why we get scared. That's why we have nightmares. We don't say it's so vague. That means it's a dream. No, it feels very real in the dream itself. So, waking feels real and solid. Dreams feel smoky. That's only after you've woken up. In the dream feels pretty real. Like this, 10 possible arguments against equating dream and waking, and then Gaudapada, and then if I can find the English translation, Nikhilanandaji has shown how those arguments don't stand. Now he says, but the dreams are constructed of elements taken from our waking experience. That's true. Can our understanding of waking, dreaming, deep sleep benefit from modern science? Certainly. Certainly it can. We live in the age of science and we should welcome insights from all perspectives. And it can benefit, and it is benefiting. One book I read in this regard was Waking, Dreaming, Being, Evan Thompson, where he takes up the analysis of dreams and sleeping from a neuroscientific, Buddhist and Vedantic perspective. He's a professor of philosophy at University of British Columbia. We can benefit, and we should aim to benefit from it. Yes. But remember, just a little aside here, the analysis of waking, dreaming, deep sleep, what were they doing in the Upanishads? They are not particularly interested in waking, dreaming, or deep sleep. They were using waking, dreaming, and deep sleep experiences to show that we are one limitless awareness, to point to that. It's not an exploration of waking or dreaming or deep sleep. Whereas when science explores waking, dreaming, deep sleep, science is interested in the physiological correlates of waking, dreaming, especially sleeping, what's going on in the body, in the brain, and practical effects uses, like how can we help people with sleep apnea, things like that. There's biomedicine now, bioengineering, where they design machines which can help in better sleep. So that's more concerned with the physiological aspects of waking, dreaming, especially dreaming and sleeping. Whereas Vedanta is concerned with the inside out view. How you feel during waking, how you feel during dreaming, how you are experiencing deep sleep. That's what Vedanta is more interested in.